Alberta's premier says meeting with the prime minister a positive first step, and rumors of secession and declaration of secession as Alberta wants to leave Canada. They want to leave the idea of Canada. Of course, I would want to leave the idea of Canada. Heck, Ottawa's just too damn far to take orders from, right? Remember General Sam Houston? Remember General Sam Houston in Texas when he said, Washington's just too damn far to take instructions from. We're going to be Lone Star State, and we will leave and secede the Union at any time we wish. I don't know if that's the exact quote of General Sam Houston, but he said, Washington is just too damn far. So when we want to leave, we'll become an independent country. And that's why Texas is the Lone Star State. We did a whole Mike of the Night about secession in 2016. You can look it up. It's still up. I saw the secession Mike of the Night still up. You guys could watch it. And now if Alberta secedes and becomes an independent country, the rest of Canada, federally and provincially, not me, the governments will punish Alberta getting things in and out. The only way Alberta could survive this is if it actually joins the Union, the United States, and signs into itself its declaration, into statehood, into the Union. That's the only way. Because if they become an independent country, they're going to have to found their own currency. They're going to have to found a lot of things. They're going to have to reset their banking system. They're going to have to find out what they have out there for debts. They're going to have to do a forensic audit on what's owing, what's in, what's out. Then they have to do an asset reallocation and find out what is happening asset-wise in the province. Then they have to find out what is foreign owned. So how much Chinese communist oil is being owned by the Chinese telecom companies, farms, real estate is owned by foreign Chinese nationals that came in under the Canadian Vancouver model to launder their money into Canada, but exploited other provinces like Alberta. So she could be like a Sarah Huckabee Sanders, right? In Arkansas. And basically Alberta gained independence, signed its necessary documents to become statehood in the Union. Once that happens, she could stand up and say, CCP, get off our land. Let's bring Canada back for the Union now. Not bring Canada back, let's make Alberta great again by joining the Union. And then there's going to be a huge problem because then things leaving British Columbia will be a problem. British Columbia will be in a lot of trouble if it leaves with Alberta to the United States, because British Columbia is heavily owned by Chinese communists. They have ports. They have two major ports here where they bring the fentanyl in. They have hundreds. We're talking 700, maybe $600 billion laundered of Chinese money in BC assets. They own thousands of our farms. The Chinese own our biggest coal mine, our biggest lithium-ion mine, biggest thing, everything in BC. The majority of Logan is Chinese shareholders. So, to be very frank and honest and straight up with you guys, you may see huge retaliation from China if BC decides to leave and signs the articles to statehood to become part of the Union. Because China will retaliate with force to keep their assets. But if this Daniel Smith wants to sign the articles and become statehood, it will save the people of, but then she has to step up, and then she has to remove the cancer in that province or state in the future. They'll use the US currency. You'll have highways going up through there from the US to maintain a proper and facilitate proper trade. And you'll see gas and oil lines pass through. And yes, it can work, but it needs to be done properly. Right? 98% of the people are for becoming an independent country, but independent country will be very complicated because of the border to the south, the border to the east, the border to the west, and the border to the north. will make it landlocked and almost impossible to function properly. So joining the Union would be the best bet, in my opinion, because Ottawa's just too damn far. Ottawa's just too damn far to take orders from. That's just my opinion. That's what I think.